Welcome back to the course on Human Resource Management. I am Aradhana Malik. I have been helping you with this course. We were discussing employee health in the previous lecture. Now we will move on to employee well-being. You will ask me what the difference is. When we talk about health, we talk about overall health. We talk about your levels of comfort and discomfort. When we talk about well-being, we are talking about the whole gamut of your health plus what keeps your health the way it is, what keeps you healthy, what keeps you okay, the overall climate in the organization. So let's move on with it. Okay, some sources that I have referred to. The first one is of course Cascio. Then I have a few papers, I have a few books here. All right, workplace health. We were talking about health from the individual's perspective. Now we'll talk about health from the perspective of the organization. What does it mean to be healthy in the workplace? I told you about stress, physical stress. How do you deal with it? When we talk about workplace health from the perspective of employers, workplace health includes providing the conditions for personal development and allowing individuals to become the best they can be through opportunities provided to them within the workplace. So employers say that if we give you everything you need to do your job properly, if we give you the proper provisions, if we keep your working environment safe, we are ensuring workplace health. When we talk about workplace health from the perspective of the employees, we are talking about a function of emotional health, well-being and happiness and in the workplace. So employees say that we can take care of our physical health. We don't need our workplace to look after our physical health. I can go to the gym, I can eat healthy food. I need my workplace to be a pleasant place to work in. I need my working areas, my working conditions to be such that I feel comfortable in my work, that I feel like working more than the organization expects me to, that I feel valued. So from the employee's perspective, it is much more a function of psychological and emotional health and social health than it is of physical health. Okay. Good emotional health comes from working in a respectful place. Very, very, very important. When we talk about good emotional health, I want to be in a place where whatever I do is valued. I want to be in a place where I am treated fairly, where my colleagues and I are being treated fairly. We talked about ethics in a previous lecture. I don't want to get more than I deserve. I also don't want to get less than I deserve. And I want my opinion to be valued. This is, I want my superiors and subordinates to value my contribution, to respect me as a human being in the place where I work. If I feel that I'm being treated unfairly, if I feel that my colleagues are not respecting me, if I feel that my colleagues are demeaning me, I don't want to be elevated. I don't want to be put on a pedestal, and I don't want to be told that I'm great, but I also don't want to be told constantly that I don't know anything. I don't want the blame of everything that goes wrong in the organization to come on me, and I don't want to be the scapegoat for anyone. So when we talk about health, when we talk about workplace health from the employee's perspective, we are essentially talking about feeling respected, feeling valued, feeling emotionally comfortable in the workplace. Factors that affect workplace health. The first one is organizational culture. We'll discuss it in a minute. We also have workplace health promotion programs. They are called WHP programs. We have amenities. So there was a research conducted by Dixon Swift and Associates, and I'm sorry, I've not put et al. Here. I should have done that. Anyway, when you get the slides, you will see the words et al. Dixon Swift and Associates did this, and they found out that three main factors affect the health of the workers in the workplace. The first one is culture. What kind of culture you have and how, and I'll show you how that affects employee health in the workplace. The other is the health promotion programs that are conducted by the organization for its employees, and physical amenities, what you have, what you deal with, your employee lounge, your the gym, your places for a walk, your smoking area. I don't promote smoking, please. Smoking is very bad for health, but there are organizations that even provide smoking lounges for people who are used to smoking. I don't agree with this whole concept, but there are organizations that do it, so I'm informing you about it. But again, I keep telling my students to not go and burn their lungs, and I will advise you the same thing. Please do not burn your lungs. Please look after yourselves and your families. But anyway, okay, organizational culture and its influence on health. Organizational culture affects our emotional health. Organizational culture refers to the social setup within an organization, the interpersonal relationships within an organization, the way of working in an organization, the stories that propagate, the way of working, the hours, so all of that constitutes organizational culture, the systems, everything. So various elements or various facets of organizational culture are: first is personal relationships, very, very, very important. I will take the liberty of sharing a personal example. I live in a state which is very far away from my home state. So initially I struggled with the language, the way of working, the food here. And in this place, we live in a campus that has that is spread over 2,200 acres, and there are people here, and we have students and staff and faculty, everybody living in the same campus. And like anyone else, I also had some personal crises, health crises, family crises, and the people who I thought were aliens, or the people who I thought were very different, I was different from most of the people here, the very same people came to my aid every single time I was in the middle of a crisis. Even the people who I did not get along with, and people who I had differences of opinion with, were the first ones to jump in any time I needed help. And that is what personal relationships are all about. We are one big family. Some organizations promote it, some don't. By default, we are all stuck in this 2,200 acre campus together. We go to the market, we see the same faces. We go to the gym, we see the same people. So the boundaries between professional and personal lives are very blurred here. And I can't tell you how much of a support this kind of a setup has been for me, especially because I come from a very small town. And in larger cities, it's hard to find this kind of camaraderie. But this is what personal relationships are all about. We are told to be very objective and very professional and not make personal friendships at work. I completely disagree. If I did not have this social support, I would not have been sitting here and talking to you, I'm telling you. So it's absolutely essential that your organization helps these personal friendships bloom and grow. And I have so many sisters and so many brothers and so many aunts and so many uncles on this campus, and so many nieces and nephews on this campus. We are like just one big happy family. We fight, we argue, but when somebody needs something, we just get together and we don't let this person crash. And personal relationships are a big part of an organization's culture. In some organizations it is more pronounced, in others it is not. So that is one part, and this helps your emotional health. So many of us are living far away from our families, in the middle of nowhere. Health facilities here are limited. I'm not trying to discourage you from coming to Kharagpur. Of course, we have better things are happening, improvement is happening, but still. But despite all this, we are all sitting in this campus because of this big family culture that we have here. It's amazing. Wonderful. So and that influences your emotional health. You may feel stressed, you may feel bored, you may feel so many things, but then as you grow older, you see these support systems coming to your aid and you say, wow, and the stress just melts away. Okay, and your health improves and commitment goes up for the organization. You become more productive and the organization benefits and you benefit and everybody is happy. The other is rewards. What kind of system of rewards do you have in your organization? Rewards can be very, very objective, very tangible. You can also have intangible rewards, but when we talk about rewards specifically, we are talking about rewards that can be measured. So what kind of reward systems does the organization have? Some organizations have systems like employee of the month, and they'll felicitate you, they'll do they'll reward you, they will acknowledge the additional mile that you go for the organization in various ways. Some give this to you in the form of bonuses, some give this to you in the form of vacations and other benefits, some give this to you in the form of very positive recommendations, in the form of training that you want. So that forms a part of the organization's culture, and as long as the rewards that you are getting are in line with or appeal to your sense of justice for your contribution to the organization, everybody is happy. So that needs to be visible. Then workplace flexibility is another one. The amount of control you have over your job. Like I told you, if you're a very rule driven, instruction driven person, then flexibility could confuse you. But if you are an independent thinker, if you are, and both have merits. We need people who are very instruction driven for very high risk jobs, because unless things are done with an enormous amount of precision, and unless things are done by the book, you just cannot do what you are required to do. In creative professions, I would say education, higher education is also a very creative profession. It can be a very creative profession. It is so helpful to have flexible hours if you are an independent thinker. So that, depending on the need of the employee's workplace, the option to be flexible with the workplace, either in terms of resources you have, or time, or contribution, or if you were of course you need to do a certain base amount of work, but over and above that, if there is some flexibility, that always helps. Communication, perceived ease of communication with superiors and subordinates, another very big thing. How easy or difficult is it for me to speak to my superiors and subordinates? Very, very helpful. If I feel comfortable speaking to my superiors and subordinates, if my subordinates feel comfortable coming and talking to me, and if my superiors feel comfortable with me going and speaking to them, and if I feel comfortable speaking to my superiors, I feel safe. I feel that this is my personal comfort zone, and I'm emotionally healthy, and my contribution to the organization tends to go up. Management support. How much of support do I get from my superiors to do what I want? When we take up a new job, when we are doing something new, the tendency to make genuine mistakes is very high. Now, depending on the organization, you may be penalized, of course depending on the cost your mistakes have for the organization, but if you are given that freedom to learn from your mistakes, if the organization doesn't penalize you too heavily for your mistakes, then you tend to grow, and then your commitment to the organization tends to go up quite a bit. So how much does the organization support you in your attempts to grow, in your attempts to do what you are required to do? How much do they trust your integrity is what management support means. How much do they support you in terms of your training needs, in terms of your alignment of your personal goals with the organizational goals, etc. Physical spaces, oh my god, big determinant of how comfortable I feel in my workplace. Of course, different offices have different workplaces, different ways of how they seat their employees, but the office needs to be a happy place to work in. It's not a mill where, or as far as possible, one should feel comfortable sitting and working at one's workplace, as far as to the extent possible. Of course, if you're a welder, or you're working in a factory, in the shop floor, there's no way that you can avoid sharp splinters of shards of metal flying around, and heat and dust and heavy equipment and heavy machinery. And so, but even in that, if you feel safe, if you've been given the right gear, you feel comfortable, and that adds to your emotional health. If you have to do some work independently, it's always nice to have some sort of barrier against the rest of the world in terms of a cubicle that is about a little higher than your own height, so that if you need to focus on your work, you can be somewhat cut off from the rest of the world and have as few distractions as possible and focus on your work. So that is really, really helpful. What is your physical space like, your furniture, ergonomics, all of this contributes to your feeling of comfort and wellness within the organization. These are very important. They may seem very mundane, but these things make so much of a difference to us. If I go to the office and I get tired, and there is some way that I can raise my feet up and then still continue to work for the rest of the day, I will love my office if my office gives me a very tiny stool to put my feet up on. I'm telling you, it's as simple as that. If the chair that I sit on is comfortable, my productivity will go up significantly. You know, if my office has few distractions, or if I'm given the option to remove these distractions somehow, my productivity will go up considerably. So that really makes a difference. Okay. Workplace health promotion programs. What are WHP programs? They are add-on programs, often about specific health topics that are run at work, in or outside normal working hours. So some examples of such programs are, you could have health information sessions, you could have fitness programs, you could have medical screening, training, etc. And these are additional programs that are run in the organization to help you become aware of and maintain your physical health. And they could even talk about manual handling. If you're handling heavy equipment, they could teach you how to avoid injuries to your back. They could teach you life skills. They could teach you how to not be stressed. You could play part of the previous video and say that if you're feeling stressed, go stretch out your arms and take deep breaths and squeeze your hands like this. So it could be something as simple as that. Teach you relaxation techniques. All of this could be taught to you through the wellness programs. Benefits of wellness programs: they improve happiness, confidence, job satisfaction, physical health, work ethic, healthy behaviors such as increasing fruit and vegetable consumption. They could even motivate you to decrease your alcohol intake or motivate you to stop smoking. I am a big fan of healthy living. They could also help you pass on the enthusiasm you gain or that is generated in these programs to the family members of the workers. So that sort of has a domino effect. It just radiates out something that's very positive. You go to work, you have a wellness program, you learn something that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel comfortable. You go back, you talk to your family members, and the word spreads, and then all of you sort of start taking very tiny baby steps towards being healthy and being comfortable, and that in turn improves the productivity of the other people in your family who are in the workforce. So all of this is, again, believe it or not, it is connected to human resources. Human resources personnel are the people who are organizing these wellness, health promotion, workplace health promotion programs. So if you are an HR person, please look into the possibility of introducing these programs into your organization. I'm telling you, your organization will thank you for it. They are so helpful, and this is based on actual research by Dixon Swift and Associates. There's actually a paper on it. This is just one of the many papers that have been written on it. So this is not up in the air kind of talk. Okay, characteristics of preferred WHP programs. People like programs that are free of cost. They don't have to pay anything. People like programs that maintain the confidentiality of the workers. In a lot of these programs, one tends to expose one's vulnerable sides. One tends to expose the not so pleasant aspects of one's personality, and it is very helpful. It is actually expected that the organization will not reveal these issues to anyone else. So one tends to show that one could improve. Maybe in some program somebody would say, oh, I don't like fruits and vegetables, I tend to eat a lot of heavy stuff when I'm stressed, and or I tend to smoke, or I tend to consume alcohol, and then they undergo counseling or therapy or some suggestion from some senior person, from the health expert, and if word spreads about that, then it's not very nice. So maintaining confidentiality, of course, to the extent possible, depending on the program. If it's a common program, maintaining confidentiality becomes difficult. If it's a one-on-one wellness program, you have a wellness clinic where people can go, then maintaining confidentiality is possible. So depending, to the extent possible, confidentiality, maintenance of confidentiality adds to the acceptability of these programs. They need to be easy to participate in. We talk about if this program is you can't expect people above the age of 30, between 30, 40, 50 years of age, to go jumping on trampolines. It's fun, I'm telling you, I've done it, it's amazing. But then some people may feel shy, some people may not be able to do it, or you can't expect a 50-year-old person to engage in a trust fall, for example. So that kind of thing, they need to be appropriate, they need to be easy to participate in also. I mean, a 50-year-old person may not be physically able to rappel on the side of the building. So that kind of a thing, even though it is very helpful, you can't expect a 50-year-old person who's not used to long walks to suddenly start walking 5 kilometers a day. It's just not possible. Slowly, once they are warmed up and their bodies allow it, they can do it, but you can't expect them to engage in brisk walking that early. So they should be easy to participate in, they should be doable, they need to be enjoyable. People need to have fun in these wellness programs. You can't just say, okay, please write down how many cigarettes you smoke in a day, and then start cutting down one at a time. Please write down how many pakoras you have every day, or how many. I mean, maintaining a diary is boring work. Instead, you say, okay, what kinds of fruits do you like? And person says, I love citrus fruits. Okay, fine, what can we do with what you like? The minute you say that, people say, okay, here is something that I want to do. Why? Because you're starting from what I like to do. So make employees feel valued. Please, in these programs, for heaven's sake, don't start assessing people. Please don't start assessing them, or don't start judging them and say, oh, you're too fat, you can't do this. I'm fat, I know, but if you call me fat to my face, I will not like it, and I will feel that you're trying to hurt my feelings, and I will not want to come to a program that points out the obvious. Yes, it's obvious, so what? But I don't need every second person telling me that, especially in a program where I've gone voluntarily. So, these things need to be taken into account. Offer opportunities for socializing. It's very difficult to engage in a wellness program where you expect employees to do things individually. If they have a friend, they can motivate each other. If they can make more friends, even better. Increase health and well-being knowledge. They need to get something out of the program. It has to be a value addition. I can't just participate, go for a picnic and not get anything out of it. I'll enjoy it once, but I won't want to do it again and again. Go out with the same people, have the same beach ball, run around, go in a bus, sing, dance, come back. No. You call it a wellness program, you have to have some significant takeaways. Increase the motivation. Some program that helps people enhance their motivation for doing things, and they should be able to help people develop their personal skills. People don't like to engage in such programs over the weekend. The weekend for most working people is meant for their families. The weekend is meant for people who for your personal work, for recharging your batteries. Wellness programs, anything organized by the office is seen as work, and people expect it to be arranged during the work time. And again, I'm telling you based on the research by Dixon Swift and Associates, they found that these are the preferences of concerned people. Characteristics preventing engagement in WHP programs. What do people not like? They don't like programs that don't have too much choice. They want some choice. They want to be able to, you know, take a few things and not go for a few things. So they want a larger basket of offerings. Lacking opportunities for staff engagement. They don't want programs that don't allow them to participate and decide the flow of things. Lacking in management support. The management should actively promote these programs. Their supervisor should be able to say, okay, go and do this, you know, so otherwise they feel very uncomfortable. They don't like programs that are poorly timed. Again, the timing is very, very important. They don't like programs that are focused on just provision of information. Nobody wants to sit through boring lecture after lecture after lecture. I don't know how you people do it. You're sitting through lecture after lecture of principles of human resource management. I don't know how you're doing it. Hats off to you too. But this is not a wellness program, so you have to listen to it and you have to sit for an exam. But if, just imagine if this was being done with you in you know, in a health and wellness kind of situation. People don't like that. They don't like provision of information not targeted to specific issues. They don't like programs that are vague and that are all over the place. They don't like programs that are not targeted to specific audiences. They want the programs that are specially designed for them. They don't like programs that are repetitive, that reinforce the same thing again and again and again. Once or twice is fine, or maybe thrice is fine, but after that it becomes boring. They don't like programs that are based on one size fits all model. You know, you take the same program, you show it to the top management, you take the same program, you show it to the younger lot that is joining. I mean, it's very uncomfortable. So they like tailor-made programs. Okay, amenities and workplace health and well-being. I told you amenities are, they include physical aspects of the organization's property, such as a large staff room. You could have a club, you could have a lounge, you could have a lunch room, or employer provided refreshments, just a tea room where you have basic material for tea, possibly even a gym or a game room where people can go and relax for a little while, you know, during their lunch hours. So again, let me show you the couple of things here. The laws governing safety, health and environment in the workplace. Couple of things. I'll show you these websites. One, and these are all you know, in India. So I'll just show these to you. This is going to be good. So this is the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India. So you can go to this website and you can read more about safety, health and environment at the workplace. So this is the National Policy on Safety, Health and Environment at the Workplace, and you can read this policy. The other thing that I want to show you, of course, you know, that is the main website, and then this policy we've shown you. There is a very nice paper by Sardana, you know, that is shared on the website of the Institute for Studies in Industrial Development. So let me show this to you right here. So there's a very nice paper, and this is an update on the national policy, and Sardana has talked about what the policy does and what it enforces. And you can go through this paper. It's a very lucidly written paper and you will be able to understand it. But I suggest that you go through the website of the Ministry of Labour and Employment, and you can get much more information about how the government proposes to ensure workplace safety and in workplaces in India. And we will continue with organized activity in the workplace in the next class. So thank you very much for listening to me.